A very good morning, students. Today we will start a new chapter, local government. Okay, and this is the most simple chapter. All of you have read about local government, right? Like panchayat and municipality. So I will just give you a revision of this chapter because you have already studied this local government in 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So this is you can take it as a revision. Okay, and I'll give you few notes from this chapter. So local government is the government at the village and the district level. So you will find some government like in state government, central government, right? They are for the state as a whole, center for a country as a whole, but the local government are for the villages and the districts, like Darjeeling district. And in Darjeeling district you will find villages also, in Siliguri also, right? Siliguri comes under Darjeeling district, but Siliguri is not a village. Siliguri comes under municipality area, but in Siliguri also you will find lots and lots of places, villages which comes under panchayat area or some under municipal area. Strong and vibrant local government ensure both active participation and purposeful accountability. When the constitution was prepared, the subject of local government was assigned to the state. Through Community Development Program in 1952, a three-tier Panchayat Raj system of local government was recommended for the rural area. So because of this local government, there will be a participation, common people's participation, right? Because we cannot go to the state government. If in case we are facing certain problem, we cannot go to the state government or to the center, but we have this right that we can go to the municipality or the panchayat raj, right, for the grievances. And both this municipality and the panchayat, these local governments, are accountable. Accountable means answerable. If you are asking certain questions to them, these local government have to answer. They are accountable, and this is mainly basically for the common people, like who resides in villages and in the town. Okay, in every state you will find panchayat area, right? Like in West Bengal, under West Bengal there are so many districts and so many villages, right? And each and every villages, each and every district has their own local government. Clear? Now, when the constitution was framed, when the constitution was written, at that time the subject of local government has been given to the state. So the local governments will be controlled by whom? The state government. Local government comes under state government. And when there was a community development program held in 1952, at that time a three-tier Panchayat Raj system of local government was recommended for the rural areas. For this rural areas there should be a one government, and through this community development program in 1952, a three-tier Panchayat Raj system has been recommended. Okay, in 1952 community development program, you have to remember this name, community development program, and the year in 1952 three-tier Panchayat Raj system has been recommended for the rural areas. In 1989 the P.K. Thangang Committee recommended constitutional recognition for the local government bodies. The 73rd Amendment is about rural local government known as Panchayat Raj institution. The 74th Amendment was the provision relating to urban local government. So in 1952, through the Community Development Program, the Panchayat Raj system has been recommended. Okay, that was only recommended, has not been passed. Okay, Community Development Program has recommended Panchayat Raj system in 1952. And in 1989, the P.K. Thangang Committee recommended constitutional recognition for the local government. Now, in 1989, from this PK Thangang Committee, they have recommended that there should be constitutional recognition to the local government bodies. There should be local bodies. They should get recognition from the constitution also. So, the 73rd Amendment Act was passed in the rural local government known as Panchayat Raj system, and the 74th Amendment for the urban local government. 73rd is for Panchayat Raj system and the 74th is for municipal. Okay, please do not be confused. And the 73rd for Panchayat Raj institution, 74th for the urban local government. Urban local means municipal area. The 73rd and 74th amendment came into force in 1993. So, this local government, this 74th and 75th amendment means changes in the constitution. Okay, this changes has been came into force, or you can say implemented, in 1993. 1993 के बाद ही लागू हुआ, right? Came into force. After that only there was a provision for 73rd and 74th. So you can imagine this Panchayat Raj system has been recommended from 1952, then 1989, and it actually came into force in 1993. After so many years, the amendment has been done in the constitution. Now, let's go to our first chapter, constitution. There is one question, right? Our constitution is both rigid and flexible. Why? So this is the answer. Why? Because our constitution is rigid because it takes so much of hard work and time to amend something, to change something. It's not easy to change our constitution. It's not easy to change certain point in our constitution. It takes too much of time, and a process is very, very long. That is for the rigid. Flexible. Why flexible? Because it is possible to change. Okay, so this example, it has been recommended in 1952 and came into force in 1993. So how many? Almost 60 years. Right? Almost 50 to 60 years. So it takes so much of time. 50 years, 40 years, 30 years to amend something. But changed. But there is a change. So this is the reason our constitution is both rigid and flexible. So the 73rd and 74th Amendment Act, that is for the Panchayat Raj local self-government, Panchayat Raj, and the municipal for the urban local government has came into force actually in 1993. Okay, so this much for today. We'll continue in our next class. This is a very simple question. In our next video we'll complete this syllabus. Okay.